Hello and welcome to episode 11 of Assetto Corsa. Today we're not going to be looking at that wall that you just saw, but we're going to be looking at this GP2 car that has just been released, and we're going to be looking at one of the new tracks that have just been released. So, sort of a 2-in-1, sort of a lot like episode 3, what we did with episode 3, and we're just going to drive around, take a look at the track, take a look at the car, and just see what we really think and how much fun this is.
Yeah,
let's get started.
Yeah. Right, this track, the Salzburgring, it is ideally for motorcyclists, isn't it?
Yeah, motorcycle track. I think it's opened 1968. It's sort of in a valley in Austria. So obviously that's why Red Bull own it, because being an Austrian company, they seem to own a lot of the racetracks in Austria now. But it was opened in 1968. And it is in the valley, so you can see this mountains, regions
very
everywhere.
picturesque.
Very nice. It's very narrow.
Yeah. It's similar to the track we did last. Was it last week? Donington.
Yeah, Donington. So also in a valley of sorts, so you see it going up and down the undulation in the hill.
Yeah. But both tracks are ideally for motorcycling, isn't it?
Exactly.
So, technically, they should have faster corners.
Yeah. Which is exactly what Donington they have. They have the fast corners, and then normally one slow corner, or sometimes two slow corners. On this, there are actually two relatively slow corners, which is on either side of the straight. One we just saw, and the other will come up at the end of this lap.
Yeah, and these sort of laps do tend to be on the sort of the smaller side.
Yeah, less than 1.5 minutes.
As you can see, the personal best there is my time.
Not your time. Not your time.
I think I didn't manage to finish, but I can claim it. Right. But did I just see a cow there in the first corner, by the way?
Yeah, and like Donington.
As he's sort of
barrel rolling, we'll talk about the cow first, and then we'll talk about what just happened here. Unlike Donington, we do have the cows in the middle. They haven't decided to get rid of those.
Very different.
But one thing that we can now point out with that barrel roll, there seems to be a glitch with the collision boxes and collision detection on this track. So when you seem to hit things, it just sort of pings you off into space. It's kind of hilarious for a simulator. It's something you would see in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
You hit a car and it just pings off into space. That's what we've got here.
Are you backing our driver up here, or just getting him out? I found that to be his fault there.
I'm just going to say I'm just pointing out the facts and what I've seen from here, because I was driving on this earlier. Now I'd say that was the driver's fault. But yeah, you saw that ping straight off that barrier. It shouldn't be really pinging like that. I think earlier on we were trying another car on here, and something happened, and we managed to actually get the wheels stuck.
Whoa.
So I don't know. There may be I think there's a few collision issues here.
We'll come back to the track in a minute. We'll talk about the car right now. 4 litre, 10,000 RPM.
Yeah, V8. It's 612 brake horsepower. It's a V8 GP2 car for the 2014 season. Right. So we haven't actually got any of the actual limits.
It is the latest model, and
it's the latest model. It's an actual GP2 car. It's raced normally on the Saturdays after qualifying, and it's happened again on the same corner.
Yeah. I think he went at speed there. I think that is driver error.
That one was driver error, but it's still got this weird pinging that really shouldn't be happening.
Can I mention to the driver, we would like to see a lap.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have one lap.
Sorry, but I pressed the clutch pedal instead of the brake. That was my mistake.
No, it's not a mistake. That's just
I'll try to
idiotic, I think. But anyway,
right. Back to the car. Right. So yeah,
have you managed to ever press the clutch instead of the brake?
Once.
Yeah.
Once. Never made that mistake again.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was on a fast corner with a runoff area. This track obviously doesn't have a runoff area. Very old, very narrow track. But coming back to the car again, it's normally raced on Formula 1 weekends as well. They're part of the sport races. So it will race at places like Abu Dhabi, Silverstone, Spa, Donington, if it was still a Formula 1 track. Now all these tracks we are mentioning are actually in Assetto Corsa now, and we will review a few of the other ones as we go through the series. The car itself, like we said, 612 bhp, so it's no slouch. 6
very light
gears.
as well.
Very light car, including the driver. It's 680 kilos.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's that, the fact that it's got carbon fiber suspension as well, which helps.
Yeah, which is obviously what we get in formulas all the Formula
Yeah.
now. The chassis is a Dallara chassis, so it's a very similar chassis to what you find on the Indy cars and things like that.
Yeah.
It's not one of those chassis that are made by people like Mercedes and things like that. It's just a straight out chassis.
I think he's managed to finish a lap.
What we got? An 8 minute 27. Let's try another lap.
Yeah.
And the wheels itself are 13-inch wheels, so exactly the same size wheels as Formula 1 cars.
One thing I did like was the fact that when they had P0s written on the side.
Yeah, they have the Pirelli P0s.
Very impressive, very realistic.
Exactly what the wheel cars are.
It does give it that simulated feel, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you can actually feel it's got some Brembo calipers and Hitco carbon brakes, and you can actually feel that in there because when you brake in this car, the braking is immense.
Yeah.
Unlike some of the other cars, you don't seem to get this feel of the brakes are weak. Yeah. These brakes are strong.
I'm going to go back to the track now because I think this is the best part of the track. 7th, 8th, and 9th and 10th corner.
Yeah.
You can literally hit at speeds.
Just flat out all the way through. There's Michael Doohan, which is he's a MotoGP legend. Actually, has once said that was his favourite part of any racetrack.
So close.
Favourite part of any racetrack.
Yeah.
And of course, the great part about it is that after this complex, you've got this very difficult corner here, which means that you really have to be focusing from getting fast, from doing 180 miles an hour to slowing down to about 50. And of course, once you've got your tyres dirty, that's it. End of.
I know I was I got the rap. It is a difficult track.
It is.
And a difficult car.
It's a difficult car, difficult track. I'd say the track is only difficult. The layout's simple.
Yeah.
It's difficult because it's very narrow. There's no margin for error.
The corners are fast, and you've got to be. You've got to make sure you get everything right. The timing has to be right. Otherwise, you will. Well, right now he's braked too early, so he's going to have to sort of give a bit more gas to get to the corner. And if you brake too late, you're in the grass.
Yeah. And if you get the power too early, you're spinning. If you get on the power too late, you're going to lose time. Plus, you've got to manage your tyres here because it's so fast. Watch this through this corner. Right, this complex that Michael Doohan was talking about. He's going to go flat out through this. Now, watch his tyres in the bottom left-hand corner for you viewers who aren't sure where it is. Where it says OV1 info. Now, watch his tyres just heat up. 102, 103, 104, 105. They are just heating up. Now, you can see the back tyres are starting to go red, which means they're actually going above the operating window. But you're still flat out, which means that when you get to this corner,
Be careful.
you've got to be really careful on your tyres because your tyres are just not exactly in that window where you want them, and that's another thing you have to be
pretty
careful.
well there. Pretty well. Well done. Just be careful now with these corners coming up.
But at least it's better than having cold tyres.
The good thing, the fact that it's quite a small lap is. I don't know about you. When I make a mistake I really want to get back over that corner where I made a mistake, just put things right. So with this lap. You literally have about a minute to get back around again, or just over a minute.
Yeah, so 1 minute 18 on this one here. Let's see how close we can get to my time of 1 minute 11.
Wasn't it my time? Are you sure? Because I'm sure I posted a 1 minute 11.
Yeah, no, definitely my time. Okay.
Just letting you viewers, before we shooting this video, I had an attempt. I managed to, I would say, if it was real, I would have probably written off the car twice, 3 times over.
Yeah, but if you managed to get a lap in, I think you would have got probably a 1 minute 16. 1 minute 50, 1 minute 16.
I'll be honest with you, you probably meant 1 minute 50.
Is this going back to what we had in the last episode where you said that everyone would be overlapping?
Yeah, my driving. I'm blaming it on the steering wheel, I think. It's because I'm 6'1", going on to 6'2", I think,
I think the steering wheel may be a little low for you, yeah. I'm 5'9", and who's driving right now is 5'8", so we've got the actual the steering wheel sort of set more towards us. That's the gravel.
Oh, he just had it.
Is he still going to manage to get a faster time though? 1 second. Is he going to hold it? 0.5 of a second, 0.4 of a second, 0.3 of a second. He managed to get 0.3 of a second faster.
He got half a second.
I'll beat that, don't worry.
But stepping away from this track and the car. Again, we tried with the multiplayer. It's just not happening, lads. We're having session server timeout. If you're managing to get on some way or another, we'd appreciate a comment in the comments. Just to let us know how we can sort of overcome this.
Maybe we're doing something wrong. It could be a firewall setting. It could be something like
anything.
We really don't know. We've seen numerous issues of this. but it seems to be rather sort of sporadic.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not going to really even knock Assetto Corsa for it though, because they did say when we try and get onto it, they say this is an alpha. There are going to be bugs and glitches, and I can understand that because they are a small team and they're doing all they can.
They are growing at the moment.
They are still, yeah, they are growing, and whatever issues that they do have, they fix them. They get on with it, and I can't actually knock them for anything at the moment. I actually like the clouds in this.
Yeah,
this is one of the mods we're using, but the clouds really sort of suit this track.
Yeah.
They do suit the track. What has he got? A 1 minute 14. He's got a 1 minute 14. I think after this episode, I'm gonna get back on here and make sure that I put my time way beyond reach. I'll go put my time way beyond reach. I am. But there you go. See, there's another glitch.
Yeah.
He hit that and he sort of just pinged off.
Yeah, there's a problem there.
And it gives you the reset pits. But apart from that. Apart from that, we like this track. It's very, very highly detailed.
I like the Red Bull sort of, half tyre. They call it. Is it half tyre?
Yeah, sort of. It's sort of like that Dunlop sign.
Yeah, the old,
Donington.
the old school one.
Like I said, these tracks, they used to be motorbike tracks. Now they're actually used for World Touring Car Championships.
As well, yeah.
So again, like Donington, this is one of those tracks. It's become like that, which is why I'm presuming it was then included in this game. It's got some pretty favourable reviews. The only one other thing that I think we have to mention about this track is that we have noticed it's taken a massive hit on our frames. It's really taken. Other tracks, get us 100, 120 frames.
Yeah.
This track is knocking us down to about 70 frames.
I think that's possibly because of the surroundings.
I think so. If it's optimized, I think there may be some optimization.
80 to 90 possibly, but I think
which is fine.
With the crowd, with the trees, and look at the trees
it's definitely. I think it's a lot to do with the trees, because the trees are very, very highly detailed in this. But I'm not complaining because I don't think this would be a track that I would take AI out on. But I'd like to just drive around on it, and for that, it's completely fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna give this track because of the few glitches that we have. I'm going to give this track an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd go with you now, and I'll probably do the same for the car as well.
I'd give the car an 8 out of 10. The sounds are being worked on, even though, as you can hear, they sound really great.
Yeah.
But the sounds are being worked on. We'll just leave you with one lap.
Yeah.
One lap of us not talking, and then.
And if he does manage to push it this lap, we'll call it a day, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Thanks very much for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more videos on Assetto Corsa. And other games. We have got some other games that we'll be looking at. And like this video and leave a comment if you'd like to see us do something else. This time I can say you can ask us to drive the Lotus 98T because we've finally got used to it. We'll see you next episode.